Welcome to your Backbend class. For me, I'd say maybe this is between beginner and intermediate level. But of course, you always want to listen to your body. And we're going to be doing lots of locust pose. We're going to be warming up our whole body, starting with the neck, shoulders, and all the legs as well. So it is a full body workout or maybe warm up depending on your level. And when you're ready, you will only need your yoga mat, and let's begin. Alright friends, let's start by sitting in a Sukhasana, easy cross-legged position. Okay, we're just gonna warm up. Let's begin with our arms, okay? I like you to cross your hands, so tap or touch your knees the opposite direction. Okay, look forward, straight ahead, and you're gonna have that arm, which is the one underneath, all the way back, face back, and then inhale. Big circle with that arm. And then exhale, slow exhalation, tap that knee, and then exhale here. Beautiful job. Now you're gonna do that again, this time the one underneath, which is the opposite hand. Left hand and left arm all the way back. Look back, inhale, big circle. Exhale here, tap that right knee. Beautiful job. One more time, right hand, inhale. Big circle, really stretch the arm, and exhale. Left hand, inhale. Big circle, almost like doing side bends now. Exhale. Okay, let's do one more set. Right arm or the one underneath, inhale. And exhale. Look towards that hand. Last arm, the one underneath again. For me, it's the left. Inhale, big circle. You're not rushing this movement. You're just taking your time. And then exhale here. Good. Now look straight ahead, untangle your arms, shake it up. Let's start by warming up the head. So bend your neck to the right side. You could have a help with your right hand and bend it gently. Help to bend and really stretching that left side of your neck towards your shoulder. Then your left hand can now be behind you. So just like place your left hand there and then help it with your arm or right hand, or you can drop that right hand down to the right side. Good. Come back to your center. Doing that on the other side. So you're gonna have to, you can do it, guide that neck, bending to the left side with that left hand. Right hand will thread or be behind you. You can just grab that left inner thigh and then drop that left hand down and stretch here, feeling that, right? From that ear, going all the way down, side of your neck to your shoulder. Beautiful stretch. Breathe here. Good. Coming back to your center. Now, let's tuck our chin to your clavicle, all the way. Spine is straight. And you're just really feeling this, right? You could even have a help with your hands. So pulling it down. No pressure, just being gentle with your body. And then all the way up. You could interlace your fingers and then help it to go all the way up. Just to where you can. Spine is long, spine is straight. Look up. Breathe. And coming back to your center. Touch your knees and then we're going to rotate big circles with our necks. Now reverse that rotation, being gentle. Maybe you're starting to hear some cracking of your bones. That is normal. Good. Now shake it up a little bit, back to your center. And let's breathe in. Inhale, reach your hands up. Let's do some twist. Exhale, you're gonna twist to the right. Drop both of your hands down and look back. Coming back to your center as you inhale, reach up. Exhale, drop both of your hands to your sides as you face the left side and twist here. Look back. Good. Coming back onto your center. Now we're gonna start by warming up in our back bends, okay? So I want you to have your bellies lay down on the mat and coming into your Sphinx pose. So adjust yourself. Just measure your distance first with your elbows, left and right, by grabbing them with your hands. And then from here, you're gonna send your hands forward. Hands are in line with your elbows. Elbows are in line with your shoulders. And then from here, I want your index fingers pointing forward. So not the middle finger. You want to open up your shoulders, spreading your collarbones wide. Look straight ahead. Now, you're not really dumping here, making sure that your shoulders are away from your ears. So push up, right? You're not actually relaxed here. You're helping your back to straighten, and as you follow that curve of your back, finding that beautiful back bend. We're just staying here and warming up our spine. Breathe in. Breathe out. Right. Good. Now from here, you're gonna bring both of your feet up, bend your knees, and then drop it down. Feet up and down, up and down. Bend the knees and bring it down. Last one. Bend the knees and bring it down. Good. Now interlacing your fingers behind you. Index finger is pointing out. Now from here, as you straighten your elbows, lifting it up from your bum, and then you're gonna lift your chest up. Open the shoulders here, holding this position. Look forward and straight ahead. Retracting your shoulder blades. And release to relax. Drop it down. Good. Now you can have your hands forward. It doesn't matter where you are. You're just gonna lift that right leg all the way up. Point the toes, straighten the knee, and you're holding this position. Squeeze the glutes. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down. You can be in your Sphinx pose here. Left foot all the way up. Point the toe, and straighten the knees. Hold it. Squeeze the glutes for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it all the way down. Again, right leg up, point the toes, straighten your knees. 5, 4, squeeze the glutes. 3, 2, and 1. Drop it all the way down. Last one, point the left toes all the way up. Knees straight, squeeze the glutes for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're gonna do a full locust pose. Interlace your fingers behind you, index finger again pointing out as you straighten the elbows, lifting the hands away from your bum, open the shoulders, retract your shoulder blades. Now lift both of your legs all the way up. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Stay there. One more time. Deep inhale. Through the nose. Exhale. Sigh it out. Stay there. One more time. Deep inhale. Send that oxygen to your spine. Lift it higher. Exhale. Now you can release all the way down. Beautiful job. Coming back onto your Sphinx pose. This time, right leg is up and bend the knees. You're kind of pointing that toes towards the sky, right? From here, you're just gonna try to tap it to the left or just rotate it and then drop it down, doing that on the other side. Left leg up, bend the knees, point the toes, and then twist to the other side. So you're not touching the ground, you're just trying to warm it up by doing this motion repeatedly. Left, twist, drop. Right, bend the knee, twist, and then drop. Now, with each attempt, you're trying to really tap now the ground as much as you can. It doesn't have to tap. But just trying your best, visualizing that, whoops, you're tapping with your forearms pressed firmly on the mat. Now for me, I'm really getting warmed up now with my spine, and I'm able now to tap. Of course, this is going to depend on your flexibility. You don't have to push it, just to where your body can go with that maximum end range. Remember, no pushing. Okay. Good. Now this time, all the way, hands by your sides, like a T-shaped position. Okay, then we're gonna start with the left leg up, point the toes, and squeeze both of your glutes here. 5, 4, 3, squeezing the glutes, and 1. Now release the glutes, keep that leg hovered as you relax the glutes. And now you're just twisting, trying now to tap that right hand with that left foot. You don't have to tap, but if you can reach it, go all the way up there. And then now you're facing the left side. Left hand will bring it all the way up. Look up. Breathe here. Twist. Coming back onto your center. And then we're going to do that on the other side. So right leg all the way up. Point the toes. Squeeze the glutes for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now relax the glutes. Keep that leg hovered. Relax. And then twist to the right or left side. Find that left hand with your right foot. Right hand all the way up. Facing now the right side. Look up. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath cycle. Inhale. And exhale out. Good job. Coming back onto your center here. Good. Let's do more locust pose. This time, you're going to have your hands forward. Kind of like you're swimming, palms are facing down, and you're going to lift it as high as you can. And then dropping it down. For 5, lift it high. Down. 4, 3, 2. Now in your last one, you're going to hold. Hold it, and bring both of your legs all the way up. Hold it as high as you can. High. You're feeling your muscles now work around the spine. Spine is strong, spine is long. Holding and dropping it all the way down. You're going to push back onto your Vajrasana. Just sit on your heels. Whew, that's a good waking up for your spine. Good job. Now from here, you're going to grab your heels. Cup it this way. And then you can splay it out. You can now sit on the mat if this is comfortable for you. And then from here, you're going to drop that crown of your head on the mat in front of your knees. Coming into your rabbit pose, you're going to lift your hips all the way up as you straighten your elbows and counteracting that back bend. Breathe here. Staying here for a little bit. Breathe more. Stretching your cervical spine, maybe lifting the hips higher. Last breath cycle, inhale. And exhale. Coming down to sit up. Vajrasana or Thunderbolt pose or Hero pose with your bum down on the mat. Good. Now from here, you're going to send your legs forward, coming into your Dandasana, seated L-shaped position. Now from here, you're going to reach all the way up. Inhale, lengthen your spine, stretch up. Exhale, Paschimottanasana. Fold all the way down. Now it doesn't have to be flat like this. You want to open your butt cheeks. Whoop, right butt cheeks, and then the left butt cheeks. Boom. And then you feel very much grounded now. Right? You can stay here. Now, mainly focusing on straightening the lumbar, right? If you're now feeling that you're really rounding and you can feel it, sense it with your own body, you want to keep it up to where you can keep your back straight and just stay there. That's your fold. Okay? You want to just open the butt cheeks. That's very important to really feel that, and you'll feel it. Now from here, you want to bend the knees and maybe just grab the backs of your knees and then fold here. That belly and thigh connection is great for a fold. So you want to start, not just start, but you want to kind of feel that compression going with your body. Breathing in here. Again, otherwise, if you are comfortable with that full fold, then just do that. You can grab your sides of your feet, your big toe, your ankles, whichever you prefer. Maybe the tops here. Good job. Now we're gonna come onto our low lunge. Right foot forward first. Send that back leg behind you and coming into your Anjaneyasana. Okay, making sure the knee is in line with that heel in front of you and hands are on the sides in front. Shift back to your Ardha Hanumanasana or your half splits as you flex that front foot. And then shift forward, Anjaney. Shift back, Ardha Hanuman. Good. Low lunge, half splits. More, low lunge, half splits. Now you can scoot your feet forward in your Anjaneyasana to get your sink or your hips sink deeper here. Stay here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now coming onto your pigeon pose. Bend that knee and then drop it in front of you, finding your pigeon pose. So in your pigeon, doesn't matter if your shin is in line with that front mat or bent. This way. 70-degree angle, find what works best for you. You could wiggle your pigeon left and right to help open up your hips, and you want your knee maybe out from your hips, right? So find this like very stable position that you're comfortable enough to kind of sit this way and have your hands, your bum or your waist to just feel like, okay, is this stable enough for me? Just stretching here. Good. Now coming onto your mermaid pose. Try to lift that back leg. See if you could, how close you could bring it towards you, right? This is now working on your active flexibility. So if you can all just go far, meaning you want to really lift maybe your hips up from the mat, really work on that active flexibility and drop it down. Lift it up, drop it down. Now you can place your hands in front of you outside of the mat. This feels a lot more stable. And then stay here and do this repeatedly. Up, down, up, and down. So when you're working on the back bend, it's really important to also work on the leg mobility and hips because, you know, our bodies are interconnected. Good. Now from here, just grab that foot from behind, hook it with your left arm inside of the crease of the elbow. And then from here, you're gonna have that left hand find that right hand. So find the right hand with the left. Interlace your fingers here. If you can, no pushing. This is your mermaid pose. Look up or you can lean onto that right arm if that feels better for you. Whew. And you're just stretching here. Feeling everything lengthening, right? Your arms, your side body, that back bend, the quads. Whew. Breathe in, breathe out. Good job. Now drop it all the way down. We're gonna take our vinyasa. So I want you to plant your palms in front of you, index fingers pointing forward, and wrists are above your shoulders, not too wide. Okay? So from here, curl the back toes under, lift that back knee, and you're gonna send that knee to chest. Lift it up. Hold it for 3, 2, lift it higher, and 1. Send it back up to your 3-legged dog. Stretch here, open up the legs. Try to square your hips first and focusing on flexing that lifted toe for now. Let's flex it and stretch. Open up more. Straighten your both of your knees if you can. No pushing again. And then point the toes, bend the knee, open up the hips to the right side. Now you're stacking both of your hip joints. Hips are facing now the right side. Good. Now coming back onto that squared hip, still bent knee. You're just gonna open up more. Draw big circles with that right knee. Staying with your breath. Don't forget to breathe. All right, now stretch it. Straighten the leg and try to see how much you can open it now all the way. Good. Now bend the knee. This time, you're not gonna do your chaturanga yet. You're just gonna shift your weight forward as you bend that knee, point the toes. Try to visualize that the toe is now touching your head. Whew. Look up. Push yourself up, away from the mat, kind of like a scorpion shape, right? This is like a half scorpion, three-legged dog. You're holding this position, feeling the back bend. And then send it in, knee to chest, bend the knee for 5. Lift it up, that half scorpion again, and then 4. Half scorpion, 3, breathe. Half scorpion, 2. Half scorpion, push up, coming to the tippy toes now of that standing leg. And last one, 1. Good job. Now from here, you're gonna right leg, stretch that right leg. First, we're gonna drop that left knee. Okay, for an easier variation of chaturanga, as you shift your weight forward, you're gonna bend your elbows, squeeze it towards each other, touching now the rib cage. Try to hold it here, L-shaped position with your arms, and then coming into your upward dog, downward facing dog. Beautiful job. Now right leg all the way up again. You're just gonna send it in, knee to chest, as you drop it in between your hands. And then you're gonna face the left side now, coming into your goddess pose. So your feet are now facing kind of like a V-shaped position, the edges of the mat, right? Now find your goddess, bend your elbows, forearms to touch and hands, and then open up here to goddess. 5, bend, 4, touch, 3, touch, 2, touch, open, and 1. Good job. Now right hand all the way up, straighten it. You're just stretching here. Come back to goddess. Left hand straighten, so all the way up. Come back to your goddess. More. Right hand up, straighten, and goddess. Left hand up, straighten, and goddess. Now let's do some twist. Drop both of your palms onto the tops of your knees. And you're gonna twist. Right shoulder will twist down as you face the left side. Popping of the bones. Now from here, stay here, and you're gonna wiggle left and right, loosening up more the hips. Good, come back to your center. Doing that on the other side. So left elbow will now, or left shoulder, drop to the center as you twist to the right, face now the right side, and shake it to the left and to the right. Ooh, good job. Now come back onto your center, facing now the left side of the mat, or what the opposite direction, coming down onto your Anjaneyasana. Untuck the back toes and drop the back knee. Shift your weight back, coming to your half splits. Flex that front foot. Staying here. Shift forward, Anjaney. Shift back, Ardha Hanuman. More. Shift forward, low lunge. Shift back to your half splits, making sure your hips are squared when you look back, right? So adjust yourself. Again, shift forward, shift back. For a deeper stretch, you can have your left palm drop down as your right hand will help you. So touch that left outside of your foot as you kind of bend it towards the midline. No pushing here. This is just gonna feel that deeper stretch, right? Along that back leg side. Good. Now come back to your center. Push back to your Anjaneyasana. Push forward rather, and dropping that left shin down onto the mat, finding your Pigeon Pose. Beautiful job. Now wiggle your pigeon here left and right. And you want that left knee not in line with your hip, but like a little bit outside. This helps to open up more of your groin, the inner thighs, and even your glutes. You feel it, right? You can wiggle it left and right. Staying with your breath. Don't lose the breath. All right. Now from here, you're going to have your hands placed maybe outside of the mat as wide as you can. And then try to lift that back knee. Now, if it's hard for you to lift, you could push yourself a little bit up, right? So now your bum is kind of away from the mat, and then lift here for 5. Bring it down. Point the toes. 4. Bring it down. Active flexibility. 3. Bring it down. 2. Bring it down. And last one. 1. Now try to see if you could keep that bend and then sit down on your bum and then hook it with your right elbow crease that foot inside. Now finding your mermaid pose, left hand will go all the way up and behind you finding that other hand. Good. Clasp your fingers together, look forward, or if it feels good to look up, you could lean your head to your left arm and stay here and breathe. Welcome to your mermaid pose. Great way for that back bend, stretching everything, feeling this beautiful stretch. Good job. Now release the bind, coming into flattening your palms down forward and adjusting yourself. Hands are shoulders distance apart, making sure they're not too wide. Index fingers pointing up. Curl the back toes. Lift that back knee and then lift the knee to chest. Up. Holding this position for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you're going to push that back all the way up to your 3-legged dog. All the way. This time flex the toe first. Try to square your hips as you lift rather that left leg. Lift and left leg. That's why I said left. All right. Stay here. And then point the toes and bend the knee. Open up the hips here. Stacking again the hip joints. This time facing the left side of the mat. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Coming back onto that squared hips. Now we're going to rotate the left hips. Big circles with the knee. Taking your time. You're not rushing. It's just you and your mat. And then reverse the rotation. Reverse. A little harder, huh? Good. Now you can drop it and then walk the dog first to take a little bit of a break. And then when you're ready, you're just going to lift that left leg again all the way up. 3-legged dog. This time point the toes and see how much you could open it up. Squared hips. Opening it. Now following that kind of like arch in your back, looking all the way forward and up. As you shift forward, you're coming now to the tippy toes of your right foot. And then bend that left knee. Half scorpion. Try to reach that head with your toe. And then send it in, knee to chest for 5. Send it back, 3-legged dog. Bend the knee. Half scorpion, shift forward. Holding a little bit. And then send it in, 4. Knee to chest. Good. Lift it all the way up. Inhale, and then exhale as you bend the knee, shift forward, reach that head, and then send it in for 3. And then, again, half scorpion. And then 2, knee to chest. Last one, all the way, bend the knee, shift forward, coming into your half scorpion, reach that head, back bend, push all the way up. And then knee to chest. Whew, good job. Now let's take our full vinyasa. Left leg up. You could drop that foot if you like, but I like mine lifted for that challenge. Shift yourself forward. Shoulders over the wrist as you protract your shoulder blades. Now bending your elbows, sending your elbows towards the midline, touching your rib cage now. And inhale to your upward dog. Exhale to your downward facing dog. Good, now walk your dog. Feeling like a full warm-up already, right? Your body is very much stretched in every angle. All right, good job. Now dropping the knees down, sitting on your heels, and again, you're just gonna send your legs forward. Whew. Let's take our bridge pose. All right, so coming onto your backs. Find your bridge pose. You can measure the distance of your feet, but maybe this is an approximate distance, the tips of your fingers. I like my feet a little bit wider than my hips for my wheel pose. But first we're gonna do bridge. So I like you to just maybe find that comfortable position. And of course, the measuring distance is an approximate. This is always gonna depend on the length of your arms, the length of your torso, and everything in your body. So we are all different. I just want you to find that stable feeling of your bridge, right? And then from here, you're gonna send your hips all the way up. If you've been watching my videos already for a long time, you know that I like my bridge pose to be strong, and I always cue that my rib cage is tucked in this way, so not puffing out. I like you to give that strong core. But because this is a back bend, now this is the time to puff out all the way your chest. From here, your hands will be interlaced behind your bum or underneath your bum, and then you're feeling that you're retracting now your shoulder blades, right? They're touching. And adjust yourself as you puff out your chest even more. Up, up, up. Good. Squeeze the glutes here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now release and relax for a little bit to counteract that back bend in this kind of supine position. Knees to your chest. Hug it. Good job. And then you're gonna lift your head all the way up. Stretch your cervical spine, feeling that fetal position for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down. And we're doing that again, finding your bridge pose, lifting up your hips all the way. Interlace your fingers behind you, adjust your shoulder blades, making sure they're touching behind you. Just try to visualize that they're touching, right? So you're really drawing your shoulders towards each other, okay? Now puffing out your chest, lifting your hips all the way up. Now from here, you're gonna release the bind of your hands, and left hand first, facing now the fingertips towards your feet, right? And then the right hand. Keeping this bridge shape, now I want you to have your hands just on top of your shoulders. And we're holding this position, right? And making sure that your elbows are not splaying out. You're gonna send your elbows towards the midline. From here, you're gonna lift your head up and crown of your head first touching the mat. This way. Now you can adjust your hands, making sure that they're shoulders distance apart. Again, elbows are not out. You want to send it towards the midline, squeezing together. Okay? Now from here, if you're confident enough, if this is your first time, you can actually lift all the way to your wheel pose. Urdhva Dhanurasana. Now you can adjust your hands here to where it feels good. I like to adjust my hands towards my feet more because this is like best to have your shoulders and wrists stacked. And then you could lift your chest forward, lift your head up, and then bend your knees, send it towards the midline, and then lift up, straighten your knees. When I mean by towards the midline, your knees are also squeezing towards the midline. So you're not all the way out, right? You want to make sure that your knees are working in your quads. Now we're gonna pair it with our breath, okay? So I like to inhale as I straighten my knees, straighten the elbows, and head up, reach. Exhale to bend. Inhale again. Exhale to bend. Inhale. Stay here. Now, nothing is pinching. No nerves are in pain. Everything is stretching and lengthening and following that natural curve of your back. Again, exhale. Inhale. And to release, we're just going to exhale all the way down. You could drop your crown of your head first, and then maybe your hips. And, Supta Baddha Konasana, feet together. Hands are by your knees or thighs. Stay here and breathe. You're just relaxing for a little bit. It's a little bit intense. And knees together. Knees to chest. Hug it with your hands. Really compress your body, holding it here. Now lift up and compress. And doing this rocking motion, you're kind of lifting that bum from the mat. See this portion, right? Mm-hmm. Good. Now hold it here as close to your chest. Compress. Hug your knees. Now lift your head all the way up. Hold it for 10, 9, hold, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now relax for a little bit. Drop both knees to the left side. And then right hand will go to the right side. Stretch your arm. Look to the right. Coming back to your center, twist those knees to the right side. Left hand all the way up. Look to the left. Breathe here. Good. Coming back onto your center. Now we're just gonna swing forward and back. So grab behind your knees here and you're just gonna rock forward and back. Massaging your spine and really rounding your back. Focus on that rounded back and then all the way up to your seated position. And we're gonna end in Sukhasana, seated cross-legged position. Inhale as we reach our hands all the way up. And exhale, hands down to your heart. One more time. Inhale, reach up. This time you're gonna hold your breath. When you bring it down to your forehead, hold it. Exhale, bring it down to your heart. Namaste, yogis. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you feel good with that back bend. Let me know in the comments how you're feeling. If you enjoyed this class, make sure before you leave to give this a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and ring that bell so you get notified for another video like this. I'll see you on our next class. Bye! Bye! Wait, where's my... Oh no, I wish my voice did not get... I wish my mic was fine there. All right.